Hi guys, so today I'm going to be doing a request. As I said in my last video, this is a request. It was request week, it's now finished. So all the requests that people have put in the past and recently, I'm going to be doing them all in my next few videos. And the most recent one I'm going to start with, as it is more based on life and giving advice to use, whereas my other ones are more like beauty based, which can always come around at any time of the year. So recently I had a girl on YouTube contact me. I'm not going to say her name because I'm not too sure whether she wants me to or not. It is quite private, and I've mentioned in videos before that I have done a peer mentoring course and I got my certificate for it and everything. And basically what I did was I mentored a younger girl who was from like a school that I went to, and she was getting really badly bullied. And I helped her with it all. I helped build up her self-esteem, and she's much more confident now. Obviously, I haven't like mended her because she wasn't broke, but she has got a lot better since we started speaking. And I did that all last year, and over the course of the year, she's just got really more confident, and she's just really nicer person. She's more bubbly and she's more upbeat. However, I can't tell you too much because obviously it is confidential. But this girl emailed me, and she emailed me like a story of things that were happening. So she had two scenarios, and one was about boys, which is a lot of girls go through problems with boys, and another one is about bullying and not being accepted for what they really want to be. So she asked me a few questions to do in the video, just to help her out and to help you out in case you're in any kind of situation like hers, or if you ever become into like a situation like that. So when she asked me about boys, I've been through a lot with boys, and she asked me stuff to reflect on from like my previous experiences. And one of the questions she asked me was, how did you get over it? I'm reading the questions off my laptop screen, and the first question was, how did you get over it? And I think it all depends on how old you are and like how long the relationship was, how much you felt for them and stuff. But for like long relationships where you have a lot of feelings in it, you just kind of have to just get on with it and just be positive, which it's easier to say than it is to do because I've been through it all. But I don't know how to advise you. I'd say, first of all, you probably cry a lot. Like, you'll listen to sad, slow songs, because that's just what all girls do. I don't know about boys, but I know a lot of girls do that. You'll probably eat chocolate and ice cream, and then you probably get depressed because you think you've put on weight and you're not nice looking anymore, and blah 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 blah. But in the end, you just need to make sure that you stick with your family and stick with your friends that are loyal to you, and you speak to them and tell them how you feel, and make sure you always have somebody there to talk to, because if not, you'll feel isolated and all your feelings will just stay within, and you won't be able to explode. And because you're gradually building up all of these feelings and emotions and like pain and all the hurt, at one point you'll explode, and it could be in a really like aggressive way. You could explode into somebody and they could receive it all when they're the people that want to help you. So if I was you, I wouldn't let them people, I wouldn't avoid them people. Like, I'd let them help you. I know you don't really want to talk about it, but you have to help yourself get over it. You have to think about things and really explain to the people how you feel, and then they could have been in the same situation as you or in a similar one, and they could give you advice based on their experience as well. So always stick with your family and friends, because nobody else can give you great advice and be there for you. So the second one was, how did it make you feel? Oh god. Well, at that time it breaks your heart because you have a lot of feelings in that relationship, and you've put a lot of yourself into it. You've put your whole heart into it. You've put like your heart on the line, and obviously it is heartbreaking. It really does upset you. But in the long run, you've got to think, I'm like, what, 15, 16, I'm 17 now, but when I went through like the worst stages. That was like when I was 15, 16, and that was just horrible. Like, as you just instantly think, what am I going to do? No one else is going to get with me and all this and stuff like that, and like I'll never be able to get with another boy and stuff. So this kind of links into the next question, which is, did you feel like there was no future with a boy? And honestly, no. Like, I didn't think that. I remember before I got with Blake, who I'm with now, it was when I first started college, and I thought, right, I'd finished relationships. I was like, right, this is it. I don't need any boys, don't need any relationships, just my friends, my family. Just gonna focus on college work, and I just don't want a boyfriend at all. And times came up where I could have got into a relationship, but I never. I never, because I didn't want to put my heart on the line for just anybody. I wanted. Well, at the time, I didn't think I wanted to wait for somebody special to come along, because I just didn't think there'd be somebody special enough to take away the pain and for me to be able to trust somebody again like I have done in the past. However, when the right person comes along, you won't expect them to, and you won't want a boyfriend at the time. In most cases, you normally find somebody when you're not actually looking for them, which is what happened with me. I didn't want a boyfriend, and then I met Blake, and now we are nearly like a year in the future, and like a year ahead, and everything's going great. So I think it all depends whether you want a boyfriend, whether you want to be like this independent woman who doesn't want anybody else and you're happy by yourself, or if you actually want to go out and look for a boyfriend. But the state of mind that I was in and how I'd been brought up, I know that I can survive without a lad, and I don't need a lad in my life to make me happy, and I never will. So I definitely didn't feel like there was no future. I just thought there's going to be a future, but that doesn't mean it has to be now. I'm only young, so I don't know, it depends how you feel about it. But I definitely didn't think that. So how did you find comfort? So this kind of linked into what I've stated before about families and friends, and they brought me a lot of comfort. However, in my like biggest like heartbreak, I kind of had no friends there, and because of the whole situation, and it was like it was all complicated. So there's certain things I couldn't say to family members because I don't break my promises, so I didn't want to break them promises. But then I realised the promises weren't real, and what I was promising about, it was all made up, and he never actually was like that. He never was ill or anything. So I don't know, I'd say definitely friends and family, but I think the most person you can find comfort in is yourself, which sounds really contradictory, but when there's nobody else there for you, then you have to rely on yourself, and you have to be strong in order to get through everything. And from the little scenario, she said to me, what shall I do now? If I was you, I'd just forget about him, which sounds really, really easy, and it sounds like loads of people have said that to me before, and I've been like, yeah, well, you try doing that. I've got feelings for him. How am I meant to just like get rid of him like that? It's impossible. I just can't help it. It's one of them things where you don't want to like him, but you like him, and then because you don't want to, it makes you like him even more. But one thing you definitely don't want to do is you don't get walked over. And from the scenario he gave me, and when we spoke about it, it does sound like he was just using you as somebody to get back at the girlfriend that just broke up with him, like his ex. And personally, I don't think you deserve that, and I don't think any of your friends or family or anybody who thinks you're worthy, which will be a lot of people, trust me, no one will believe that you are, like, you should put up with that. You would deserve better. And the last question she asked was, did I do something wrong? No, honestly, most of the time you never do. Sometimes a lad doesn't realise how emotional you actually are. So say, okay, so there's a lot of stigma. I'm going to go into a little bit of a rant now. There's a lot of stigma behind lads saying, they're really, really bad, the players, and mess you about, they're arseholes, excuse the language, and they're just absolute knobheads. They're just not right. They just go out to hurt you, but it's not true. Sometimes lads don't actually realise how strong you feel for them, so they might think, oh, it's only a little crush, but to you it might mean everything to you, and they don't realise that because we never tell them how much they actually mean. So we can't blame them for hurting us when they didn't realise how strong we felt, so they didn't know how much of an impact their actions would have on us. So I'm going to end my rant because it's gone up to 10 minutes already. But thank you for watching this video, everybody, and including the girl who requested it. And I hope that has helped you out and anybody else that's watched this video. And I will be doing some more requests this week and next week because I have quite a few wrote down. So thank you for watching once again, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys!